Okay, this morning we're going to do our Make Something Mondays a little bit different. This time of year, I love to cook. During the summer, not so much so because it's just too hot. So, I typically like to do sandwiches, salads. Salad, I hate salad. But I'll do them because like my husband and my kids love them, but not me. I need something else. So I don't tend to cook too much during the summer, but now with the season changing, I have the cooking bug and the baking bug going on, and I always love to bake, so it's like I'm ready for that. So anyway, our Make Something Monday this time is going to be a bit of a craft project in its own right. So what I'm making here, like what I have already here, is some non-fat dry milk. What I'm gonna make is cocoa. And I know you're thinking, if I buy the little instant packages of cocoa, it makes more sense, it's cheaper, blah 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 blah. Well, it won't taste like my cocoa. So since it won't taste like my cocoa, I think you need to know what my cocoa looks like, so just in case you want to make it yourself. But you're gonna make this cocoa, and you can put it in jars, put little marshmallows on them, put the lid on it, and give it to friends and family members as gifts or at Christmas time. So for this recipe, you're going to need 6½ cups of instant dry milk. It doesn't have to be non-fat. I just got non-fat to be funny. But this is what I bought initially. Don't make this mistake, because look at these little bitty packages. You can't do anything with that. You're going to need 6½ cups. You need to get, and I'm wasting powdered milk, but okay, you need the big dog, okay? So get the big one and don't make a mess like I am. So like I said, 6½ cups. This is already 1 cup in here. And I'm going to finish off this package because I had to actually stop and run to the store because I made such a big mistake by buying that little bitty box. Alrighty, so that's 1 cup, and I'll go ahead and get this 6½ in here, and then we'll move on to the next ingredient. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to need, like I said, we have 6½ cups of powdered milk here in the bowl. The next thing you're going to want to use is, voila! You want non-instant pudding mix. And I say non-instant, see? Jello, and it's cooking service, not instant. So we're going to take and put this in there. See, I told you this cocoa is not going to taste like some cocoa that you buy in a package. So, this you want to give to your friends at Christmas time, and, you know, when it starts to get a little bit cooler and people normally drink cocoa, because me, I drink cocoa, hot chocolate, whatever you want to call it. I drink it all year round because I like it, and I'm not a coffee drinker, so this is my thing. I like this. Whew. And it's good. This is decadent, very decadent cocoa. And one thing that I do that's a little bit different, you see how granulated this powdered milk is? I don't like the way that looks. That is so ugly. Makes it look like it's gone bad or something. But all you're doing is you're going to mix it all together. And a fork can only do so much. So me, 9 times out of 10, I'm moving this over to my KitchenAid. And I'm going to get a powdery consistency when I'm done, because I don't have patience for this mess. This doesn't look good. This doesn't make anybody want to drink it. So, next thing that we're going to throw in here is 1 cup of a powdered chocolate drink mix. That's totally up to you. The only type of powdered drink mix that actually exists in my world is Nesquik. I love Nesquik. I don't even buy, like, I can't drink chocolate milk out of the store. It just does not taste right. But I can drink Nesquik if I, you know, come home and fix it up myself. It tastes better and doesn't make me sick. So I can drink that. So I've got the 1 package of Jello, whole pack. Now it's time for 1 cup of Nesquik. And these little bags of Nesquik, I actually paid like 9 cents for them. And it's okay if you have a little extra. Like I said, I'm not one for perfection, so if I get a little extra, that's fine also. So here we go. Got that 1 cup. That takes care of that. I'm gonna get my trash out of the way. Into a bag. Alrighty, next step, all we need is 1/2 cup of powdered non-dairy creamer. And I just bought the cheap stuff at Albertsons. I have a thing. Cheap. I mean, I get like the expensive stuff if there's a coupon out for it or something like that, but haven't seen anything just great lately, so I did. I'm gonna step off camera because I'm gonna bite this off. I hate these things. Like, she really bit that. I sure did. I bit off the top part and then I tear off the rest. So, I'll get that in the trash too. Alrighty. And again, for your powdered non-dairy creamer, you only need a 1/2 cup. So, one 1/2 cup. Like I said, decadent. Gonna be very, very decadent. Okay, next step, we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar, which is powdered sugar to some, not the granulated stuff. Powdered sugar, baking sugar, confectioner's sugar, whichever one you want to call it. You only need a 1/2 cup. I knocked my recipe over. I always read my recipes while I'm doing it, because if I don't, I'll mess up. I'll lose my place because I talk a lot. Even if I'm not being videotaped, I talk a lot, period. So, 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Yes, it's going to be sweet. And then you only need 1 more ingredient, which is a 1/2 cup of cocoa. I'm going to have the recipe over on the side, and I'll also have it on Timona's Tips if you guys want to go there and check it out. I love when y'all come visit me. You don't even have to say nothing. I know you're there. So let's see here. We're just mixing this up. Like I said, this is probably going to make a trip to my KitchenAid mixer, because I don't like the lumpiness of powdered milk. That granulated look. Blah, don't like that. Plus, I want to make sure it's mixed in good. I'm kind of a tidbit anal about that. And I have the little piece on my mixer to keep the powder from going everywhere. So that helps also. 1/2 cup. Oh, of unsweetened cocoa powder. And see, I just use Hershey's. Plain stuff. Not the special dark that they never sell in my area. And when they do, somebody runs in the store and buys it all. I know who's doing it. But I don't want to put my family members out like that. So, I'm just going to say I know who's doing it. Now, and she does it to make her chocolate cake that she calls black ass chocolate cake. It's very dark, very decadent though, very good cake. She makes a really good cake. I may actually make her cake one day on here. Really good, really good. She thinks she can outcook me. We may have to have a battle one day. So, but it's good cake, good cake. She's a good chef. She's my aunt, and she was one of the women that actually taught me how to cook. But now, of course, I'm a rebel. I have to come up with everything in the world on my own now, so I can make it mine. So, that's it. Just mix this up good. Like I said, I'm going to put mine in the mixer because I don't like all those granules. But I'll show you what we'll do next in just a moment. Okay, I changed my mind about using the KitchenAid. Actually, my daughter changed my mind because she goes, how come you're not going to use a Ninja? So, I'm going to use my Ninja. So, I just pop in a piece here. And that was a really good idea on her part, too. So, it's good to have another brain sometimes. That's why you have them. You have a kid so you can share their brains. Since we don't use our whole brain, it's good to borrow. We might get a whole brain out of it at one point. Okay, so I got my Ninja full. As you can see, nice and full. It's all that cocoa from the bottle. And now it's it. Okay, so I have it all mixed up. So I'll go ahead and take my Ninja apart. I like this version of the Ninja. See that they have a new one out, but no. Don't want that. I like this one. Okay, and anybody that has ever gone to my website, especially when I was doing like the recipes every Tuesday, you know I love my Ninja. And I still have recipes. I just didn't do a lot of videos, and I probably ought to take and do some of those to videos, because I even have a video for pie crust that I made in my Ninja. So I love my Ninja. If anything happens to my Ninja, I will snap. I love this thing. So I'm not into the new one. This one I think is down to like 30 bucks at Walmart and Target or something else. I should probably go and get me another one before they quit making it. But this one's great. It's all you need. So now look, see the consistency? It's like powder. Looks just like something you ought to buy at the store. So I'm going to put this in a big container for myself. But, like I said, you can give these away as gifts. I'm actually going to do a recipe on video for some like pear jam that I'm making for my neighbors who gave me some pears. So I don't want to just give them pear jam. Instead, I'm going to give them pear jam and cocoa. Now, I don't personally have any small marshmallows because I'm kind of greedy like that. And I better grab a little measuring cup. But I don't have any like little tiny marshmallows to give to put in my jars because I'm really greedy. And I like the big marshmallows. They melt fast. Look, magic, I have one. Okay. No, my daughter gave me that. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and put these in here. I kind of like to have it somewhat measured out, so I can put how much is in there. You know, I can keep an idea, not really put it on the jar, but I can have an idea of what I'm putting in the jar. With this, I'm using a 1/3 measuring cup right now. And I'll just grab a towel so I can clean this off. But I used a 1/3 measuring cup. And you only need to, I'm sorry, can't do two things at once. So, and I was trying to wipe that jar down. And then just put the little lid on. And you're all done. But I used a 1/3 measuring cup. If you notice, I did 3 into this little glass. And this is what, an 8 ounce? Yeah, little 8 ounce jar. So I put 3 of those in there. They can have 3 cups of cocoa out of this one little jar. So I'll do a couple of these jars for their basket. Then I'll do pear preserves tomorrow to put into their basket. They have labels that you can decorate however you want. You can go to the store and buy labels that you want to decorate and put them on here. But these jars actually come with cute little labels. They go right in this section. I'm going to put on here, you know, cocoa or hot chocolate, whichever one you're comfortable with. But on the back, I bought some labels to stick on the back and give them directions. And so I'm going to give those directions to you right now. And I'll show you a picture of what it looks like when I'm done. I can't show you the whole basket because, like I said, it'll be pear preserves in the basket. But this is 1/3. If you took 1/3 cup of this cocoa mix and add it to 1 cup of hot boiling water, there's your cocoa. That's your directions. So I'm actually going to put that on the label on the back. And then you're done. So I guess this is your Make Something Monday / recipe. Okay, so we got it all made. We got our labels on our jars. See, put hot chocolate here, and on the back I have the directions. 1/3 cup of hot chocolate to 1 cup of hot boiling water. Make sure your jars are dry, because my dryer did not do a very good job on that jar. But here they are. And the powder, see how it's loose? It'll fall down. Just tap it and it'll fall down and make more room if you need more room, if you want to add more. But like I said, 1/3 cup of this to 1 full cup of hot boiling water. And I want to apologize too, because my daughter told me, she goes, Mom, you leaned in on one shot and I got your boobs. So I'm sorry, didn't mean to flash y'all. They come with the territory. So what I'm going to do right now is just make me a cup. Because for some reason I feel like, hey, I deserve it. So I'm doing 1/3 cup of the hot chocolate. And I got my coffee cup here. So now I'm going to get 1 full cup of hot boiling water. Okay, and that's 1 cup. And see how big my coffee cup is compared to how much, 1 cup comes out to. So in this cup I could actually do 2 cups. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna just drink this little bit, because I want it to actually have enough room in the cup so you guys can kind of see this. And since I'm not drinking a very big cup like I normally do. And it dissolves easy, see? Can you guys see that? Hope so. My camera girl, I think she's mesmerized with cocoa and the marshmallow. So, haha, that's all I'm going to drink right now. For now, till the camera goes off. So, that's your hot chocolate for your friends, your neighbors, or what have you. And like I said, I'm not going to put this into a basket now, but that's the whole premise behind it. What you want to do with these is, these have a decorative top, so you don't have to do anything special. You could write on them with a marker if you wanted to. You don't have to do anything special. If you want to do something special, put a little bit of hot glue here around the edge and lay a piece of fabric. It could just be like an extra piece of fabric that you have laying around on top. Make sure it's long enough to kind of hang over. Then put a rubber band around it so it looks all homemade and cutesy-fied. But that's all you have to do. And when you write on your labels, don't use pens that bleed. I messed up a label a second ago because I used a pen that bled. So write on something with the pen that you plan on using for your labels. Write on a sheet of paper. Then do this with your finger, because you don't want it to bleed, because you're going to be tempted to do this, to lay your label flat. And if you do that, then you're going to have ink all over the place and it'll just be ugly. So these are your hot chocolate gifts, and I will see you actually probably tomorrow, because I am going to make pear jam in these little jars. And I'm not sure if I want to do freezer jam or the other jam. It's jam. It ain't going to last long. Around here, as far as with people eating, it'll last long as far as preserving. Because if you do freezer jam, it'll last a year in the freezer, 3 weeks in the refrigerator. So it's not really that important for me to have it on my cabinet, because all I don't give away, I'm going to eat it. So I'll probably even make some bread so you guys can see that tomorrow too. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and start peeling and cutting pears. So see you guys next time.